What is up, Scorpio? Welcome to your general timeless reading. These are timeless, so whenever you see this is when it's most meant for you. These are also general, so take what resonates, leave the rest. My name's Jordyn. I'm a Master Reiki practitioner, and I also offer personal readings, so if you want to book your reading or Reiki session down below, go ahead and do it through my website in the description box. Other than that, check out Patreon, check out Vimeo. I'm offering free Patreon readings through the end of July, free 15-minute readings on Patreon through the end of July. So go ahead, check that out because it's for select tiers only. And like, share, subscribe, give this video a thumbs up. It helps the channel grow. And hit that notification bell. And let's get into it. Let's just dive right in. I want to use beautiful creatures for you just because why not? Yeah, let's do that. Let's see what's going on. Scorpio. I feel like this energy of almost either you're helping other people or you're wanting help, but it's almost like this insistence on doing it yourself. Like, I can carry it all myself. Like, it's like this heaviness on the back. Like, I want help, but I don't want to ask for help. It's kind of like this stubbornness around it. Yeah, because it's kind of, it's going to sound weird, but it's kind of like wanting a piggyback ride, but not wanting to ask for a piggyback ride. Yeah, we have the Empress and the King of Swords. So we have this very divine feminine energy who's used to nurturing and giving and loving and caring for other people. And then we have this masculine energy that's very smart, cutting, knowledgeable, blunt, great businessman, very thorough. It's almost as if you're trying to figure out how you can do this on your own. That's really what this feels like. I feel like it's almost like your own masculine and feminine energy working together, trying to figure out how to get out of this situation is really what it feels like. Sorry, I get really itchy when I channel and when I do tarot. So let's continue. We have the paranormal, which is unique to this deck. Curiosity in reverse. It feels like this incessant need to be right. I need to do it by myself. I need to be right. I need to be right. That's coming from the masculine energy. It's coming from the masculine energy. It's like I need to understand why. It's like you're trying to achieve something and you really want to do it on your own. You really want it to work. And with the paranormal in reverse, that's the universe's way of saying this incessant need to do it on your own and resist asking others for help or resist accepting that help and putting on this very brave face and saying, I can do it, I'm fine, everything's fine. Because you're used to being the loving, caring, giving one. You're not used to receiving that love and care in return, though. And it's your masculine energy that's kind of pushing that away. And you see that. The universe is trying to tell you to be receptive to that. Paranormal is the unknown, but in reverse, it's very clear that you're aware of this. I don't know if you're accepting it, though. I think you're very aware of this. Yeah, Queen of Swords. You're aware. Your feminine's aware. Your masculine's denying it. Your feminine's aware. Your masculine's denying it. The Queen of Swords in this particular deck is literally called fairness. It's the balance. She's literally holding the scales. It's Libra energy. You're aware that your masculine and feminine energy needs to be more in balance. Yeah. This is the same theme that I had going on for the zodiac signs last week when I did them, which makes sense because you guys are the only group of signs I didn't do last week. So it's kind of cohesive. It's not for any particular reason that I left you out. It's just my time and my schedule. We had the Three of Cups and then the Ace of Cups in reverse. it's kind of like, I want to work with this group. I want this help. I want this assistance. But it's almost as if you were to accept that help, it's self-sacrificing in a way. I feel like the Ace of Cups in reverse is your perspective of, that's me lacking self, a sense of self, a sense of self-care. When in all reality, it's not. It's allowing yourself to be part of very healthy dynamics. This is what's distorted. There's a need to love self enough, to be gentle with self enough, to soften enough, to allow yourself to receive this help, this assistance. Bottom of the deck is the Six of Wands, victory. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. This is all going to work out. Because you're very intuitive. You're very aware of what's going on within you. Your masculine and feminine is balanced on one level, but your feminine's evolved to Empress level. And we're trying to get your masculine to evolve to the Emperor level of understanding that, yes, I can be a master, very divine, masculine creator energy, but I can still accept help and assistance from others in my surroundings, in my life, in my environment. Let us see. Let's use Witch's Tarot. Yeah, I switched up how I pulled my tarot decks for the 100th time. Because now I have all my Oracle decks out. All of them. And all my tarot decks on a card. It's great. Not just some of them. And now I can get more and fill up that empty space. Alright, let's look at the Empress. This feels like a forgiveness of self. It really does. The Sun. You're understanding something about self. The Sun's about illumination. It's not just about happiness, abundance, joy, prosperity, things like that. It's also about illumination, higher consciousness. You're seeing something from a higher perspective. Yep, the decision about your past decisions have been rooted in fear and insecurities. We have the shadow side, which is the ego, the devil. The Six of Cups, which is indicative of the past. And the Lovers in reverse, which is indicative of decisions, also relationships, very divine connections, intimate relationships. But you're understanding how in the past you've been making a lot of decisions based out of your ego, right? The ego rules fear, limiting beliefs, scarcity mindset. Your feminine energy recognizes this. Your feminine energy is where we create our manifestations from. It's where our thoughts create our reality, right? I am beautiful. I am abundant. I am receptive. I am creative. I can achieve anything and anything I want in divine right time. Money is always flowing my way. Love is always flowing my way. I give and receive love freely. That's feminine energy. It's present. It's receptive. Masculine energy is what puts the tangible work to achieve those manifestations. So let's say I'm trying to manifest $40,000 every single month. I need to start taking the action, whether it be creating YouTube videos or posting on social media more, or going out doing volunteer work, or getting an office somewhere and doing in-person work. It's taking the tangible steps in the tangible to help that manifestation flow to you, right? Take one step towards the gods, they take 10 steps towards you. Okay, but this is your feminine energy, recognizing that in the past, your ego is driving the bus, okay? You're seeing this. And so you're trying to take control of the situation moving forward. But because you're trying to take control of it, your masculine energy wants to be in control of what is being created in the tangible and is resisting help. But sometimes other people play very important roles. So let's look at this masculine energy. Let's look at the King of Swords. Yeah, High Priestess and the Magician. There's something that you're not seeing about your own personal power. Because the High Priestess speaks to the unknown, things that are hidden from you. And the Magician speaks to being capable of creating your reality. It speaks to manifestation. It speaks to having all the tools you need to create the wonderful life you want to live, right? There's too much thought going on though. There's not enough feeling. There's not enough faith, believing. There's three minds, right? There's the head, the heart, and the soul. Your head can tell you, I am beautiful, I am confident, I am abundant, but your heart can still feel what the ego, which rests in the solar plexus, in your soul, right, is telling it. So even though you're saying these affirmations and you're reprogramming your mind to think one thing, your heart and soul can be on a different page, and that energetically is going to throw off your manifestation. So this assistance doesn't have to be from an actual tangible other person. It can be from source. It can be from higher consciousness energy. I'm not taking all this because it was a big old stack. Let's get one more on this King of Swords. Yeah, Ace of Wands in reverse. Yeah, you have a new cycle trying to come your way, but because of this block of the unknown, the High Priestess, it can't come to you. This block feels very internal though. I feel like it's going to be higher consciousness energy, especially with the paranormal here. This feels like a lesson. It feels like a lesson in self-care, self-love, allowing yourself to be vulnerable, to be open to assistance, trusting people. It could just vulnerability. Literally my card of vulnerability, the Page of freaking Cups. That's crazy. And then we have this big old stack come out. I only take the card when I get a big stack like this. I only take the card on the bottom. So I'm only taking the Ten of Wands in reverse. You need to allow yourself to release the burden, to release the heaviness. Because in order to allow people to help us in a situation, typically that goes hand in hand with trusting them to help you, right? So if I wanted someone to help me with my business, I would have to trust them to do the task I'm assigning them to do, right? Or if I wanted to have somebody help me with my dog, I would have to trust them to be capable of caring for my pet the proper way. You understand what I'm saying? There's a level of trust, of opening up the heart space that comes with being trusting and vulnerable with people. You need to release the burdens. So let's see what your feminine energy says about this. Because with the Ten of Wands, it tells me that you're close to the end of a cycle, which is why you have a new cycle coming in. But part of your personal power is allowing your heart space to open up so you are receptive to these new beginnings. Because basically, your energy is taken up with 10 Wands. You don't have room for an Ace of Wands. Because you can only hold so much energy at a time. You need to close out a cycle before you enter a new one. Three of Cups, beautiful. Your feminine energy knows that it's seeking companionship. It knows that it's seeking help, assistance, soul tribe, friends, family. It wants companionship. It knows that it wants to come together with other people. Because justice in reverse. It wants to make things right within a dynamic with other people or within yourself, right? If you feel that there's too much on your plate or things are out of balance and you can't do it all alone right now, this is literally the universe's way of saying it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to ask friends and family to assist you right now, or coworkers, or your boss to be understanding, right? It's not a sign of weakness. It's allowing yourself to be vulnerable. Yeah, this all has to do with a limiting belief within the headspace that is stopping you from addressing the root of this insecurity. Because it's a burden. It's a burden. It's almost like a limiting belief of, if I ask for help, that makes me weak. If I ask for help, they don't think I'm capable of doing my job. If I ask for help, they might not think that I'm capable of making X amount of money for my own business. If I ask for help, they might not think that I'm the kind of partner that I really am. It's all limiting beliefs. If you ask for help, they'll think that you trust them enough to be vulnerable and allow them into something that they will know is hard for you to allow them into, because it's probably out of character for you to ask for assistance in the first place. So they're probably going to be very compassionate and understanding, especially considering it's Cancer season. So let's look at the Three of Cups. Let's see how this Three of Cups is going to react. Like a Queen of freaking Cups. Compassionate, understanding, loving, nurturing, like, hell yeah, I'll help you. Hell yeah, I'll cuddle you and love you and adore you and be there and support you through whatever it is you're going through, because I want what's best for you. Queen of freaking Cups. Hell yeah. That's what this soul tribe is going to be like. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Because that's what Scorpio deserves. Big old Queen of Cups. And what's Queen of Cups? Cancer energy. Just saying. Just saying. And what's the Three of Cups? Cancer energy. Just saying. Just throwing it out there. I'm very excited for you. Beautiful. Bottom of the big old stack is Judgment. Okay, judgment is the call. It is the decision, the choice, the judgment day. It's what your soul is calling you to do. It's calling you to go to the Queen of Cups and be like, hey, Mom, can I have some help here? You know, I'm in a pickle and I need you to help me. I need you to help me. Ace of Cups. So let's talk about this healing that has to go on with this Three of Swords in reverse. You're healing this Three of Swords because it's in reverse, but it's all rooted out of imbalance in connections and relationships because of a lack of vulnerability, right? So let's talk about this Ace of Cups in reverse. This is going to be a lot of self-care, a lot of learning how to open up the heart space and be honest with yourself about how you're truly feeling. Because a lot of times, I'm just going to stop there. Yep, Two of Cups, Temperance in reverse, Five of Swords. Because a lot of times, we like to tell ourselves that we're aligned, that everything's good, that I feel great. But in all reality, we're sitting in a state of conflict and we're extremely imbalanced. Temperance. Temperance is about moderation. You need to find some moderation in your life. You need to practice some self-care so you can actually be in alignment with yourself. The Two of Cups is not simply about divine connections. It's also about being in alignment with your own masculine and feminine energy, which is what we've been talking about, my beautiful King and Queen of Swords, okay? Because your feminine has already upgraded to this Empress. Okay, your masculine's trying to embody a divine masculine energy. So your feminine's teeter-tottering between Queen of Swords, Empress, Queen of Swords, Empress, trying to be logical, trying to be nurturing, trying to be logical, trying to be nurturing. You can be all amazing things all in one. Your masculine energy needs to surrender this need to control situations out of a craving to have that safety and security, right? Because it's living in this state of anticipating the conflict, anticipating the betrayal, anticipating the pain. You're not going to have that. That's what you need to heal. Okay? Because it's all an illusion. The Moon. Underneath that is the Four freaking Swords. And look what's underneath that. The Ace of Cups. When you heal the illusion and distortion that you're always going to experience pain, because that's all it is an illusion and distortion. It's a limiting belief. When you become so accustomed to experiencing trauma as a pattern, you start to anticipate it. But that's your ego. Your ego's going to jump in and be like, oh, this is usually when the trauma or the pain hits, so let me run or let me anticipate it and create this fantasy in my mind that's going to play out in this way and make an excuse to dip, right? No. Time to self-care. Time to accept that. Time to heal that. And ask for help in those situations from a Queen of Cups, from a higher source, if that's where your Queen of Cups is, right? So let's look at the Six of Wands and the overall for Scorpio. Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Wands in reverse. Okay, so there is a stable new foundation coming with the Queen of Wands in reverse. There's a lot of little skeptical energy going on here. Not really having the confidence to create the stable foundation. Queen of Wands in reverse is a feminine energy to me. That's questioning their ability to truly manifest something into the tangible. Okay, there's a need to really practice a lot of self-care here. There's a need to truly practice self-care, faith in oneself, switching the mindset, the limiting beliefs, into one that's of a higher frequency. If you need help with that, I have an entire playlist of affirmations and meditations that I used on my own path that I've made public for YouTube to use as well. Okay? But Scorpio, this is what I have for you. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Please like, share, subscribe, give this video a thumbs up. It helps the channel grow. And if you want a personal reading or Reiki session, check out my website in the description box. And if you want a free 15-minute reading, check out my Patreon channel now through the end of July. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.